Shaking up our household dynamic has been a real boon for my parenting growth this week. I had another big moment on the car ride home today with both my kids. I picked up my daughter from this experience that's called Rewild. And it's about connecting with yourself, connecting with nature. It's very Portland. I love living here. And I was about to ask her a question. This was after her experience. I was about to ask her a question. And before I asked it, I had the thought, oh, wait, I don't want to hear an honest answer to this question. This question I'm about to ask you is a leading question and possibly another one of those landmines. And I was about to set that whole situation up. I promise I'm not vague booking about what this question is. The question itself, it doesn't matter. The answer that I wanted to hear is what's really important. What I wanted to hear was that she participated fully in the experience and she interacted with other kids and she got to know them and she really paid attention to what they were learning and talking about. And I was going to ask that question because I have a strong suspicion that's not what happened at this experience. And then I was going to ask her the question. I was going to set her up to fail. And then probably my brain was going to yell at her again. Like that's what just make Christmas tree. That's what the urge felt like was I'll get her or something. Like I'll set her up. This light bulb moment is very surprising to me because when I got married, I said to myself, Jenna, there are people out there who will say to their partner, does this dress make me look fat? This is a question they're asking. And when the other person responds honestly, the asker punishes them. That doesn't really seem like a way that's going to lead to the other person interacting and engaging with you honestly. And I value honesty way more than hearing what I want to hear in relationship with someone. I mean, this is partnership. This is light partnership. I need to know what's real. So that this might be, and I suspect it is, an aspect of my parenting that I told myself I wouldn't do this to my partner, but then it slipped in with my kids. Maybe it really is just this one time, but I don't think so. So the next step for me is to start to become a detective about my own pathway, right? There's a pathway here that I might be going down, and I've been unaware of it. I've been set my kids up to fail in this specific way where I don't really want to hear the answer. I want them to tell me what I want to hear. That's not good. And that's real bad for the teenage relationship. I'm not doing that. I want my kids to be able to trust me and believe me. So it's really important that if this is a thing I'm doing, I learn to see it, and then I find myself a new pathway to travel down, which is really just a zip it. That's what I did in the car tonight. And one last message for those who might be experiencing some kind of activation from the things I'm sharing. I've been reflecting on why might this happen to someone? What is that? And I realized, yes, what I am describing is catching myself in the types of behaviors, pathways, patterns that are utilized by someone who might be diagnosed with borderline personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder. I can understand if it's scary to hear someone describing something that inside of you can feel is big and looming and scary and wrong. I did not have the experience of being physically abused in my childhood. But if I had moved through that kind of experience, and if I was following someone who was talking about feeling the urge to do things, the kind of things that really hurt my tender heart, that were done to me, that intersect with the experiences of my tender young self, that wouldn't feel good to me. And so if you're noticing that reactivity in yourself, this might not be the space for you. This might not be what you need for your path. I want to share because being a person who moves through a lot of drama, who struggles to stay in stable relationships, who's reactive and defensive and mean, who yells at people, who intimidates them and manipulates them. When I was doing those things, it was invisible to me. I didn't know. I never even one day woke up and thought, I'm going to do those things today. And knowing is freedom, is the path to freedom. Maybe I can help someone else know